Mm-hmm. All right. I don't think I need to update anything. Everything should be fine. Time to go. Mm-hmm. It's taking a little bit to load. It happens sometimes. Okay, today it is March 8th, 2023. I think in the rest of the world, it's supposed to be said the 8th of March instead of March 8th. But that's how I'm accustomed to. This is really taking a while. Come on. It's been a minute. A minute and 20 seconds. Come on. Game, please. There we go. Okay, I think I remember everything that I did last time before I left. Yeah, I don't think I need to go back to the house testing world. I should be able to do this. But what is this? Well, see, I need stone. I need cobblestone. I need just regular cobblestone or stone bricks. And to do that, wait, something's wrong here. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something over there. So to get a bunch of stone, I need to dig a giant hole in the ground, which is fine. But the biggest question right now is, where do I make the hole in the ground? Something in my eye. Well, there's a couple places. As of right now, at this very moment, I don't need stone. I could just focus on the elements of my build that just require wood. And just do that. It would at least be a little bit more efficient in regards to like how many materials I can carry at a time. I made the mistake of eating a combination of foods that I should not have combined together. What in the hell? Oh, I see. I wasn't in cover either. Okay, what is this? Aiming. Please, please, please. Careful. Slow. Oh, he moved. It should be enough to kill him. Unless he went into the water. He's dead. Alright. I'll crush his bones and feed them to my plants. You got one bone meal too many. Anyway, the reason I mentioned the food is because I am suffering through that now. My stomach doesn't hurt or anything like that, but it's creating some type of a gas, and I don't like it because it has a funny taste. I don't know what to compare it to. Possibly phosphorus. nothing I can do about it. I've experienced this before. I'll just ignore it and deal with it that way. Technically, it's not dealing with it. Alright, nothing else over there that's trying to kill me. Doesn't look like it. Could use a not a better, well, yeah, a better axe. A newer one that's not half broken. Come on, use it up. Sometimes if it's only one, it doesn't want to be used. Maybe I have to do it on the top of it or something. There we go. I used it up. I should have done it on the ocean floor. Then I would get a bunch of seagrass though. That's fine. Anyway, I doubt you got picked up on the microphone. But there was a noise of a controller being dropped on the ground. That's my dad. I think he's asleep. A little bit outside the door, actually. In the living room area. I don't know how much noise he's gonna make, but whatever. It's fine, it's fine. But yeah, my dad's right out there. And he fell asleep, I think, watching TV. Dry cough. Not now. Please, not now. Okay, the skeleton that hit me before isn't here. So maybe he spawned in or something. It's a frequent enough occurrence that I get a dry cough. Enough that I should, like, prepare for it. Ah, crap, give me a second. Okay, that didn't help much. Anyway, the days are moving along. I tried actually going to bed earlier, a couple of hours ago, but I couldn't, and the thoughts have been keeping me up at night. Like, things that I'm thinking of doing and have been doing, not really realizing, like, thinking about it, you know, just kind of doing things. So, there's a chance that I would fly over to Mexico. Who knows for how long? Chances are it's maybe like a week. With the intention of going and like digging a hole for a water reservoir. But anyway, with those thoughts, I have also thought about like, oh, what kind of stuff should I like bring with me? Well, a bike would be nice to have, a bicycle. But I don't have one. I used to when I was a lot younger, but they threw it out because we moved houses a whole bunch of times. And sometimes you go from a house that had space to one that doesn't now, and you have to make sacrifices. So the bike was one of them. There was a specific story that I was told that happened to the bike, but I don't remember it. Maybe I had to get rid of it, or somebody threw it away. That wasn't my parents, I don't know. But I liked that thing. I wasn't very good at it, but I remember what it looks like. It had green metal bars, so the frame of it was green colored and obviously metal. It felt really heavy. Maybe it's just because I was little and it seemed heavier. It's probably made out of like a steel. I doubt it's aluminum. But anyway, and it had white colored tires, wheels. It was I liked it. I thought it looked kind of cool. The handlebars were also white, if I remember correctly. And I just remember everything feeling very like rubbery. And I liked it. I enjoyed biking around. Didn't really get to do it often, but whenever I did, it was fun. I also had a scooter, a metal razor branded scooter. And that one I actually, when I was a little older, I took it to school, to elementary school. Because I kind of asked them if it was okay. And they said, yeah, just like keep it somewhere. So I asked them if it's okay if I keep it like behind the curtains in the auditorium. Oh. And that's where I put it every once in a while. And yeah, that's how I would get to school that way. I memorized every single part of the sidewalk because I would go in taking the same path. And I remembered which parts of the sidewalk was slightly tilted, like up and slanted. So I know like where to swerve, as well as like which parts have big cracks and potholes. Some of them you have to jump. Other ones you have to kind of get off, run for a bit if you want to keep your speed, or just walk, and then get back on. I memorized all of those, and I could do it by memory. In fact, I think one time I even tried doing it with my eyes closed, but then I realized it's really dangerous, because I'm going quickly with my eyes closed. So no. But I did try it once, and I was relatively successful. Then I got scared, so I opened my eyes. Anyway, these are the vehicles that I've had, all powered by me. And I really liked it. So trying to get back to that, now, technically as an adult, I bought stuff like that again. I have a scooter again, an adult-sized scooter with 9-inch wheels, which are pretty small for wheels, but it's good. It's a kick scooter, it's not battery powered. I know a lot of electric scooters are popular, as in you can find them in the populace. You can find people with them, especially in cities. But I've never tried it before. The only scooter I know of is the one that you kick. So that's what counts as a scooter for me. The electric ones, I don't know. I guess it's a good idea. I hear it's really heavy though. Like it adds more weight to it. Which on its own, as long as you're being powered by the battery, it's fine. It's kind of like an airplane, like an old military plane, or basically any aircraft. Um, the more fuel it has, like it has to carry, the heavier it is. But as it burns, the fuel becomes lighter. Okay, cool, but like on an electric scooter, or bike for that matter, the battery lasts a certain amount of distance, a certain amount of time. And it adds weight to it that you can't really remove. So once the battery dies, Like if the battery runs out, now you're just stuck with the weight. Because the electricity doesn't really weigh that much, if anything. So you just kind of ended up in a situation where you have a vehicle that you move with your power, a scooter or a bike. It's just heavier. And I don't know how the electric stuff works, but maybe it even moves slower without the battery assistance. I don't know if that's true, but maybe. If not, then my bad. But that type of situation doesn't seem worth it to me. It's probably not going to happen to me, but there's probably places that I'm going that don't have easy access to charging for like an electric vehicle, like a scooter or a bike. So, for example, there are some places that have load shedding. If you are unaware, load shedding is basically when the power grid shuts off electricity to a certain like area. Usually it's like a residential area, and it's like during the nighttime, the middle of the night, or like 2 in the morning or something, when most people are not using electricity anyway. Instead of just having the power available, they will shut it off and redirect it to something else that requires it, typically run by like the government or something that needs electricity at that moment, like a boost of electricity. That's what load shedding is. It's not that inconvenient. It typically lasts anywhere from like half an hour to maybe a couple of hours. Unless you know about it, most of the time you won't really experience it. But depending on your schedule, of course. Assuming you have like a typical awake in the morning and sleeping during nighttime schedule. Assuming you live like that, then you might not even notice it. I think I have enough material. Can head back over to the point of interest. I have some food with me too. That's good. Probably I'm gonna get hungry enough to eat the apple. And that's about it. I won't be moving around very much. Anyway, the thing about me is I like to carry stuff on me. I mean like my vehicles. I like to carry the scooter on me. It has a strap that you can wear, and then you like sling it over your shoulder, and that's it. It folds up and you sling it over your shoulder. It weighs, I don't know, 15 or like 20 pounds, a couple of kilograms. I would say like 9. And that's it. You just go about your business. So I drive my scooter. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. Drive it? Yeah, I drive it over there to the grocery store. And then I buy some stuff. And then while I'm there, shopping around, I have the scooters slung on my shoulder. That's it. Do your shopping. When you're done, unfold the scooter and drive away. Or kick away. It does mean that I kind of have to have good balance. Like, I'm carrying a grocery bag now. Depending on how you carry it, it's either going to be a pendulum. It's going to swing back and forth with each time you kick. Or if you have a fancy bag, which I don't, you could have it, you could have like a duffel bag slung that one around your shoulder. And that's it. There's solutions to all these things. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. There we go. We'll start with a stack. I'm gonna have to skip the stone for now. Good thing I keep the axe on me. That's the funny thing. Some guitar players call their guitar an axe. And there's a joke where if you want to make sure that the airport doesn't like destroy your instrument, you could call it an axe the whole time. Like, hey, do you mind if I check my axe at the gate instead of in the pre-checking thing? Alright, hang on. So this one, the stone's going to be here, which means this one needs to be one block over. I could probably do that pretty easily by actually standing on the block in question. Yeah, like that. Just go up here on this side. And fill in the corner. Like so. Jesus. Okay, remember, I'm above water. For most of this area, I'm above water. So if I fall, I won't die. The only exception is this side. Okay. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I didn't save. I've been to the park 2 days in a row. Today would be my 3rd day in a row. I don't really know if I'm gonna go. I haven't really slept well. Stomach is acting up a bit. That's the biggest problem. But I'm also a little bit sore. I mean, I should be fine. Plus, the stuff I listen to motivates me. I could put on some music that I downloaded. What I usually do is I download things instead of playing them through internet connections. It's just a preference that I have. Because, oh crap. Okay, I'm safe. Don't know why I'm scared of falling right now. A little bit irrational. Anyway, the way that I travel and the way that I think, I don't take for granted that I would have a internet connection. It doesn't merely make sense here in Chicago, where there's literally an internet connection all over the place. You can't escape it. As long as you have data, you're gonna have internet. There's radiation everywhere. The correct amount for Wi-Fi and stuff. But some other countries and places that I've been don't have it. Or I don't have data from like one of the country's internet providers. Since I don't have that, I can't listen to any music that's streamed. Anyway, it's a big hassle, and just to prevent all of that, I just download it. Not from any official sites, but, you know, yar har har. Who needs to know? relatively simple to do. Okay, don't fall again. And as long as you have the downloaded sound file, you can just listen to it however you want. And depending on on which like thing you're using to listen to it, it gives you different options. For example, my old phone, which I still have, my old phone used to have a really neat playlist like app, a music app basically. And I took those features for granted. Like, you could create your own playlist and order it around, shuffle it, of course. You could put it on loops, and when you had it on a loop, you could double click the headphone buttons, and it would skip to the next song, but the next song would also play on loop. And that is incredibly useful. Now the phone that I have does not have that feature. So not only can I not create, well, you can create new playlists, but the order in which you create the songs determines where they are on the playlist, and you cannot move them. You can't move the songs around. So if you want to listen to them in a certain order, tough luck. You can't. You're going to have to copy the song, the one that you want to play next, copy that one, then delete the original, or the one that's in the wrong spot. And then copy the next one you want to listen to, and the next one, and the next one. And you have to do it by those means. That's the only way that you can move songs around in a playlist. So you end up with a bunch of extra data that you didn't have to create, but now you have. This part might be tricky. Okay, one more should do it. Anyway, that's, yeah. I prefer to just have everything available to me. Alright, last stack. Yep, I should be hungry enough to eat the apple soon. Alright, once I reach this corner, I guess I'll just keep going normally. Like how I was going before. It's a tricky jump though. It's a tricky jump without the stone layers. I placed the bed down. Alright. That's the wrong spot. My cousins are funny, man. Sometimes they're useful and have interesting, like, opinions and stuff. Other times they just kinda don't listen and laugh at their own jokes and stuff. And it's like talking to somebody that isn't listening and is only making fun of things. But they've always been like that, technically, so... Oh well. The only family I got around here, kind of. What can you do? Alright, so this one... Oh. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but... Alright. I need the bucket. Just a bucket. Right around here. There we go. Alright, so if I continue this side, right to there instead. Okay, I can work with this. Just gotta go over here, do it from this angle. Alright, enough of the bucket. Get the axe back here. Anyway, the joke, right? No, I already said the joke. Just call your guitar an axe and people will take it more seriously. Especially if it's hidden inside a case. They don't know what's in it. It very well could be an axe. Like a Dane axe or something. Really short one. Did I like drop a piece of wood? Let me find out. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, no, everything looks fine to me. Alright. Head back up. Cause then you got all this water everywhere. Oh boy, oh boy. There, that should do it. Alright, I just gotta follow this row. There, and 2 more that way. Yeah, I have to do it on this side because there's water over there. I don't want to cut it off. So just carefully maneuver my way. Alright, so this block here would be stone. The next one is wood, so I turn here. The next one is one more than that. Like that. It should line up perfectly. A lot of emphasis on should. There's a really nice swamp biome here too. Maybe I could do something with that puddle over there. Alright. Should be safe to walk quickly backwards this way. Alright. Now I'm done with this section. Just gotta do the top. I mean, I could leave this part open. Because otherwise, how am I gonna get up here? Oh, that is a way. This is only the tricky part because this part is right next to here. So put a block here, I won't be able to do anything in this little bit. Maybe I could put stairs. Upside down stairs. Yeah, I'll put stairs here. So I'll leave this layer open. I'll fill it up with upside down stairs. And that should give me enough headroom to stand here, actually. Interestingly enough. But I don't need to do it for anything else. In fact, a lot of this could be upside down stairs. Especially up here. Let me test that out, see what that looks like. Upside down stairs for the ceiling. Maybe it could work well with jack-o'-lanterns for lighting. Yeah, my dad is asleep over there, a little bit further away from my door. And he keeps dropping the remote. The biggest question that I have that he never answers is, why do you keep picking it back up? Like, you know you drop it. You hear it. You wake up. Then you like reach over to pick it up. But why? As soon as you like pick it up and return back to like a normal sitting position, you fall asleep again. So why even bother like picking it up? Like, you heard it hit the ground. Just leave it there. There's no reason to have to pick it up again. Alright, let me see. Basically, what I have is something like this. Here. It's the wrong block. There we go. What I have just been working on. Something like this. So if I put stairs here, I break this side, and instead put down stairs. That does not give me enough space to walk there. But if I break this one, it would be a little trickier to do. But I can walk on the little lip here. I gotta break all of the blocks I just placed down on the last row and put stairs there. Which is okay, it's an acceptable change. It's only one big ring, as opposed to like multiple layers. Okay. Put stairs there. Now what if I put stairs all across the thing? Let's see if I can demonstrate. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna have to do it more and more. In fact, I could just do it like this. As long as it looks correct on the inside, it's fine. The wavy pattern might work. So if I remember correctly, I did it like this. It was this block, and 1, 2, well, it's 3, and then 3, and on the 6th one, that's where I put the stone. I think. If that is true, then stone goes there. Okay, so I can just keep building this up. Lower, up there. Just do that again. I guess it's fine. I think I would prefer it if it was just stairs here, and then everything else is normal. Because that would be more emphasis on this little lip here. Alright. Yeah, because you could stand here. Or down here. And then, yeah, and then everything else would be normal. Stomach's acting up again. Trying to ignore it. Okay, that goes like that. This part as well. I think I prefer this method. Okay, so what about lighting? Jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, what about lighting? Well, every couple of blocks, I could probably put down jack-o'-lantern. Problem is, each one of these blocks is outward facing, so they would definitely be visible. I'm not sure that's something I want. What if I have it hanging from the top? Since I won't be needing, I can't like walk on the ceiling. So what if I have it like that? Or maybe even hanging off a little bit. Would glass work? No. I could also have windows. I don't think panes would work well for it though. Maybe some regular blocks. I'll think about it. Okay, so let's make a holder for the jack-o'-lantern. Do something like that. Like that. Or like a bunch of these. I guess they'll have to do. Is it visible from the other side though? Yeah. You can see it lights up a little bit. It's hard to see with the night vision potion. That's gonna last a while. But you can see it from the other outside though. Alright. I think I'll go with the design then. Alright, that answers that question. My left hand, the fingers, smell very, very faintly of garlic. Because I was chopping garlic today. Super faintly, like barely there. It's probably like under the fingernail. Or honestly, no. My hands are clean. I know what happened. I was biting my nails. So it's probably actually like on my teeth. That's probably what it was. What the hell? I thought I was flying. Jeez. Like, oh, I'm just gonna double jump. Nope. I'm deaf. Okay, so I need to break this layer and the top layer. And those will be stairs. I could try to do that now. I won't really get very far though. Other option is just to continue building. See, can I get my way up over here? Alright. So then this side should be fine to work on. None of these are going to have stairs on them. How do I get down safely? Okay, so stairs, nothing, stairs. Okay. So I can continue this line perfectly fine. I think that's true. I think I can continue to build this one. I don't need to break it. In fact, I was battling my mind, thinking about which game to play. It was gonna be either this or Sacred. And I went with this. Because I was basing it off of whoever is in the chat. Now that I'm here, I should probably break the bottom blocks, since they're only temporary. I can do that some other time. Well, yeah, I can do that when I am right next to it. So for now, I'll just keep working on this. Okay, so this layer needs to break. This one needs to die. This one needs to break. This one needs to break. So the top one here is safe. Let me bring the axe close up to me. It's 1, 2, 3. I already picked up 1, so it's back down to 2 additional pieces of wood that I should be gathering when I get down there. 3 pieces of wood. 4. I could just do this. 5, 6. 7. Alright, back to 6. 7, 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. I'll continue it afterwards. I gotta pick these up now. Okay, 13 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something like that. 10. Might have miscounted. I should get my weapon, just in case I need it. In case I got any of these wise guys over here. I could have counted a lot better, but I didn't. And now I don't know if I'm missing a piece. Ah, there you are. I was at 9, 10, 11. It's probably all I can do. Unless I see anything else. That's all of them. Alright, going up. Things can spawn up here too. It's really dark. Okay. No easy way to get up here either. You just have to kind of jump away or jump around. You really gotta jump around. Alright. I think that's all the pieces of wood. I really hope I didn't miss any. Alright. I should have 28 pieces. 29, 30. 31. I did use up a couple. So what would be actually a good way to count this? Maybe I should say how many blocks I should have on me. And also subtract the ones that I placed down. I'll give the bottom another look. Doesn't look like there's anything floating around here. There's one. And that's it? That's the only one? Okay. It's been 15 minutes of me being here. If I cut it short, I might play Sacred. Alright. I see the skeleton of what I have to do. This side doesn't have easy access. So I would break this one, and the other ones too. So break that one. I just finished watching the Steve Reviews video of Velma. So I have a little bit of like the words still. I'm still thinking about the video a little bit. What I said might not make any sense. But Steve Reviews is a YouTube channel. A guy that reviews stuff. Like movies or, I guess, TV shows. This one in particular is a show based on the Scooby-Doo character. Except it is not really based on them. Because they are very, very different from the original character. And in this situation, the differences are really bad. Like, they are a worse character. They kind of took a pretty okay, good character and made them just annoying. For pretty dumb reasons, too. A lot of the bad stuff about it is pretty simple. Like, for example, the most, like, obvious reason or change, the most obvious change is that the character has a different skin color and everything. Different skin color and ethnicity, technically. Originally, it was just a brown-haired, white-colored skin woman with glasses. And this one, they still have the glasses, but everything else is different. There's still a woman, but they are darker skinned, like Indian. But that's the only difference. Like, they're not culturally Indian. They just look Indian. So they look like a different ethnicity than the original character. But they don't actually, like use it. It's not part of the story. If it's not part of the story, what's the point of changing it then? It doesn't add anything. If anything, it's kind of distracting. Because, like, you get familiar with, like, the original character. And this one is, like, has the same name and everything, but they don't look the same. Or similar. They don't behave similar either. So why are you, like, pretending that this is the same character? They look different and they behave differently. By definition, that's a different character. Anyway, other than that, there is the argument that, well, technically speaking, The character itself doesn't have to be like how it is originally. Just a white woman. They don't have to be that. It never says anywhere that it has to be that way. That's true. So like you're gonna change it. Oh, this will be a really nice opening for the whole. I'm gonna use it. And sure. But like, why'd you change it at all? If it made no difference, why'd you bother with it? You know what else didn't make a difference? Like the names of or the way the wheels look like on the mystery machine. They also didn't make a difference. Yeah, you didn't change those, did you? Or any other little minor detail. If the argument is to add inclusivity and or diversity by having a broader range of different types of people, different ethnicities of people, you didn't really do that. Like, for example, in my stories, in the one that is set in the future, technically, where there's a very low population of humans, that's the context. I'm not including like a giant multitude of ethnicities for like no reason. It kind of makes a difference. And the way to like include more ethnicities is to actually make them interesting. Like you have to have characters that are interesting. Make them their own character. You don't take an established character and change them. You create a new one and then make them important. So my character doesn't really have an ethnicity because it's my creation and it's never really brought up. That's why I never really bothered with it. I know what my ethnicity is, I think. From what I can like clue together, if I know the definitions right, I mean. Most people would just refer to me as Mexican. But it's kind of funny because I don't know if that's accurate or not, like enough. From what I understand, yeah, it's accurate. But like in Chicago, in America, you fill out a bunch of forms for school or like a job or something. And in them, they ask questions about like, what is your race? And you have like 4 options. You get like Asian, Caucasian. I think one of them is just black or African American or something. It kind of depends on the form. And then there's like Pacific Islander. And that's about it, really. I don't think Indian is on there, which is weird because that's a gigantic amount of the population. But if I remember correctly, it's been a really long time since I read those forms. It's not really a part of it. Or Native American's also one of them. I don't know if those forms are like the same for everybody in America, or if it like somebody makes them up. And I'm curious to see what they look like nowadays. The school ones, at least. Because nowadays, people can get very specific. But for race, I always just clicked on other. Other, and then it asks like ethnicity. And it has like Hispanic or non-Hispanic. Or non-Hispanic white or something. And that's when I just clicked I checked off the Hispanic box, and that was it. That's how I filled out the forms. After a while, at first I don't remember what I put. The forms don't really make a difference. It's like just for data gathering purposes, I think. Oh yeah, I don't need to keep apples. I can just buy them. I can just eat this one. I think it's like to gather data on like what percentage of students are what ethnicity or something. Or how many workers do you hire that are a certain race? Just to like keep biases in check, I guess. I don't know. America has always had a funny history about that sort of thing. They're very touchy about it. I would think it's because theoretically America is a melting pot where you have different cultures coming together and living really, really close to each other. To the point where you use the same schools, the same public buildings and everything. Everyone is there for a unified goal of making more money. So I think that's why Americans are very like touchy about race and things. It seems a little strange to me because I haven't really had much experience with other races. And even if I did, because apparently I did when I was younger, what I mean is I don't have experience thinking about it. Like to me, I've had teachers with names like last names that were a little hard to pronounce. And apparently each one was like a different ethnicity. There was one called Debicki. Very, very well could have been Polish. There was a one from, what's it called? The Czech Republic, I think. That was in college. I remember Miss Mohammed. And apparently some of the kids have already like woken up to the fact that our teachers are like foreigners. But I didn't really know what that meant. To me, that was like, well, that's the teacher. When they say to do something, we gotta do it. That's it. I never thought about like, you kind of dress differently. Just figured that's what teachers do. They do their thing, we do our thing. I never really thought critically. I don't get into people's business like that. I think critically about other things. But when it comes to people's business, hey man, that's like freedom. Do what you want to do. I'll be over here. You need something? Let's chat. I have thought about what other characters I can include. For example, based on a dream I had a pretty long time ago, I remember a little bit of the details. I remember how things worked. Basically, it's a big, empty environment. Imagine like fog or a desert where there's a long distance of emptiness. There's no clarity. It's not like standing on top of a mountain or something and looking off into the distance where you can see very far and look at the details and stuff. It's basically the opposite of that. If you can see a very far distance, it's mostly empty. As in, it's like a single white color. It's just a void. And that was the environment in the dream, kind of. It's really weird because you still have depth perception. You can like see that things are far. It's just really strange that there's like no way of knowing how far. There's no like shadows or anything. But anyway, that's like an intermediate, like fast travel, like teleport medium. The interesting part is the destinations. In the dream, that is actually a world. It's kind of like a desert sometimes. Other times you find resources. You're just kind of teleporting or traveling like across this void. And then you end up somewhere that has something. So you go from like wandering around in the nothingness to winding up in a location that has anything. You go from nothing to something. And that something can be anything, really. It could be a city. It could be a railway. It could be space. It could be the ocean. It could be a beach. And it always transitions like naturally. Like you're in the void and like you keep walking and eventually you feel texture change. And suddenly you feel what is whatever it is. Like you could start feeling like you're walking on sand and suddenly you're at the beach. There is sand. Or you could feel like the ground is getting harder and it turns into concrete and now you're at a city. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how the fast traveling thing feels like, apparently, in this dream. And there I found 3 sisters. I think it was 3. Only 3. And these people are very like nervous and wary of foreigners, especially guys like me. Oh, they didn't know me. I'm a stranger to them. And they were pretty young, actually. I was younger too, so we were kind of around the same age. I would say we were all like 15 or 13 or something, maybe 14. And, well, they had a house, kind of like Minecraft. They had a house made out of oak planks, but like the blocks, basically. In fact, I could probably remake it. I know the details of the house pretty well. For some reason, that's something I remembered. Imagine, like, the corners of a house, right? You get the 4 corners. Those are made out of oak planks, the block. Except they're not all the same height. One of them is, like, really short. Another one is, like, full height. And then the other 2 are, like, somewhere in between. And they're kind of broken. The walls that make up the house are also kind of broken. There's like stone and drywall and other materials just kind of snapped, and it looks like something smashed up the place. Like an explosion went off, or somebody with a hammer just came by and started smacking things around. It wasn't pretty. But I had to like universally show them that I'm fine, that they don't have to worry about me. So like I T-posed basically and did the thing where you like hold your arms up. and like surrendered my whatever I was carrying. It was like a backpack or something. You surrender that. Oh jeez, hang on. Changing my sitting position, and my stomach might punish me for this, but oh well. Jeez, had it well so far. Anyway, yeah. Basically, I met these people. These like girls. But there was something strange about them. I'm not really sure what it was. I think they were like part animal. They did have clothing that looked pretty normal, pretty like human normal. But I think they might have had like animal features, like the cat ear type of things. I think I'm remembering that correctly. And they also had like special powers. Like they needed my help to do something. I think they needed me to like find them a specific material because they've been looking for it for a long time and they're running out of food. They need it to make more food. Like, well, I guess I could help, but like, I don't know if I could find it. I've seen it before, whatever it was. Maybe they were looking for like a tree seed or something. Like, yeah, I've nowhere to get it, kind of. I've seen it before. And there's no guarantee it's gonna be there when I get there. So there's no guarantee that I'll find it, but I'll go look for you. In exchange, will you help me on my quest? And they agreed. There was something funny about them, though. I think they could read minds. That was the special thing about them. Not only were they like part animal, they were telepaths. And I could hear their voice in my head. Something like that. At least one of their voices. Like, oh, so like you can know what I'm thinking. Yeah. Cool. Can you like teach me how to do that? We can try. But first, to get the materials we need. Alright, we got a deal. And I would travel back the same way I fast traveled to their place, apparently. Like teleporting. And I was waking up at that point during the dream. So I don't know if I got it or not. But there was also like a time limit. Like I had to hurry because maybe there was like a storm coming or something. Like a sandstorm. Because I gotta remember that the environment is sort of like a desert. It's very white. It's like a really bright desert. Not like a darker orangish. It's really white. And it was definitely daytime. But you couldn't really see the sky though. The sky kind of looks like when it's overcast. Like when it's just gray. You can see a bunch of bright, like white clouds. White and gray clouds. But you couldn't really see the sun or this regular blue sky. You can only see clouds off in the distance. Alright, I should be fine. Do I have... no. No acacia saplings for me. Don't want to leave this on the ground. Could be useful. Alright, so how am I going to carry all this stuff? There, I should do it. thought I saw a piece of rotten flesh floating here. Alright. Apple. Grapefruit Technologies. Alright, so... yeah. I remember I also had a weapon on me. It was more of a tool that could also work as a weapon. I think it was an axe in that dream. I remember being very, very comfortable using it. Like it felt, like when you use a tool long enough, you kind of feel like it's a part of you. Like you're comfortable moving it through the air, and the weight distribution is like very familiar. You like don't even have to think about it. You can just do amazing things with it. Like if it's a hammer, you can hit nails and stuff in like the precise way, and it's amazing. You become skilled with it. Even little things, like if it's like a chisel, you can carve things out exactly how you imagine it. Especially if you have a lot of time to do so. Like old school, like marble, what do you call them? Sculptors. Like those guys. Yeah. You can do really amazing things when you get used to something and you get good at it. And that was me with this axe, apparently. Remember, one side of it was an axe, the other side was like large and flat, like a hammer. Something like that. I'll put this somewhere else. Like right here. Oh god. Okay, let's get some wood here. Alright, so this side's fine. Now I just need this top bit. One, two, three, four. Should be a good enough start. So this side I don't have to break. Just keep it moving. Hopefully I got this right. Really hopeful. Ah, crap. How's this gonna work? Oh, technically I'm on this block, so I guess I should just copy the shadow. Yeah. This is the most outer section. That part copies this section. So then the part on top of it copies the part on the bottom. This one should go over there. And now I'm working backwards. So I can use the rings themselves to guide me. Theoretically, the math checks out. Gotta fix that. Alright, I can actually move the wood now. Different spot of inventory. Let's do it this way. Just gotta use up a couple more pieces, and then I can get another stack here. I did an experiment trying stairs on the top half of it. I don't think I would like that idea. Alright, the math does check out. we go. I can use up all of this. Don't be clumsy about it. I was very clumsy about it. I gotta make my way back. Hey, it's getting dark. Great. Great. Use up some so that when I break the next one, it'll replenish my supply. There we go. Yes, that's grand. Anyway, now that I'm back in this location, I remembered what I was kind of mentioning before about vehicles like bikes and stuff, and how I carry the scooter on my shoulder. The reason I bring that up is because a folding bike is kind of what I want. I think it would be kind of convenient. Since it's a bike, so you can like travel as a bike does, pretty good distance, pretty quickly, with very efficient energy transfer, and a low carbon emission, if any, as well as very low pollution to the world. As opposed to like, not only emissions, but also like particles from microplastics from the tires, and a bunch of nonsense from like car wheels and stuff. It's technically better for the local environment. True, sure, all of that stuff. It's also very quiet. I gotta wait for the cloud to move. Right into another cloud. Great. Oh, there it is. Just mosey on this way then. It's really weird connection there. Alright, I can see it better if I'm in the cloud. I'll just do lines this way since they're getting shorter and shorter. Oh man. Alright, almost above the clouds, almost. I could also just turn the render off for clouds. But, danger's over now. Anyway, with the folding bicycle, in theory, I could, like, put a strap on it and hang it on my back. It's the size of one of the wheels. It's basically it. Like a little bit more, but it folds down to like the size of one of the wheels. And depending which kinds of wheels you get, that's how big it is. The typical size is 700cc, which I don't really know what that stands for. But it's big, it's normal sized. And that seems perfectly fine for me. I don't like the small BMX wheels, because I had a bike like that once. I'm pretty sure we got rid of it or something. And I feel like I travel really, really slowly on it. Like you have to pedal like so much just to move. Maybe it's the type of bike I got or something, I don't know. It was just not doing it for me. too eager. Alright. This goes here. Yes. Finger's actually getting tired of pressing the left trigger. Alright, that part's now. Come on. Gotta climb it. Officially done. Except for the stone. Nothing I can do about that right now. I don't have any stone. I mean, I got enough for like a couple more tools. Also can't fall here because that's death. Alright, stop. Okay. This half is done. I gotta do the other side now. So break this side and start here. Okay. Another stack. Here we go. So there is a chance that I would visit Mexico for like a week or something. And what I fail to realize or critically think about is the act of me going. It's a very short trip. It's like 4 hours plus an additional, I don't know how many hours of getting to the actual little town. The airport doesn't go to the little town, to the hometown. It goes to like the biggest city nearby. And then it's up to you to figure out how to make it to where you want to go. Where I want to go isn't in the city, in that city. So I gotta find like a bus or something that can take me to where I actually have to go, the hometown. I can't bike there either. I'm gonna have too many bags with me, and yeah, it's not gonna work. It's too far as well. It might take like an hour or two on the bus, so biking is gonna be a whole different story. Not possible. Not for me. Not with the equipment that I would have. So what I need to realize and think about is I'm going to be away from home, if that's the case. I would be away from my parents, and it's a little traumatizing because the last time I was away from my parents, I went on a different trip and was very, very far. We're not talking Mexico at that point. We're talking a third of the planet away. I was extremely far. Farther than anybody in my family has ever traveled. My ancestors, if they could have seen me where I was on the world, they would have so many questions as to what in the hell is he doing over there at the tip of the earth, or whatever they would have said. And that trip was pretty tough on my parents because, well, there's no guarantee that I would make it back. That one, I would make it to my destination. If I didn't, for example, like if something went wrong with like the plane systems or something, and like I was stuck at an airport somewhere in the world, there's nothing they can do to get me home. Especially them. Absolutely nothing they could do. The most they could do is abandon their life here, never to come back to this house. They don't own the house. Abandon every possession we have here. And then go look for me. And then once they find me, well, what do we do now? That would have happened if something were to happen to me along the flight path. If something got delayed, or I lost, say, my ID or whatever, or a passport, game over for everybody. Alright, that's very, very risky. So throughout all of that, just have to stay calm and think that nothing bad's gonna happen. For the love of God, be vigilant. Keep an eye out for everything. Luckily, nothing bad happened to me. But my parents were distraught and missed me a lot. I was gone for 3 months. With no guarantees that I would be home after 3 months. It's technically a safer bet that I would be home because I would be returning to America. And America's where I'm supposed to be since I'm a citizen. So they would have less of a reason to deny me my entrance or something. But this was time during pandemics and stuff, so depending on where I've been, they could have also denied me for that reason. More unlikely, but yeah. As a matter of fact, on my way over there, the rules were if I did not have proof of vaccination or test results within, I think it was 24 hours or something. Yeah, it was 24 hours, I remember exactly. Then, upon entry, I would need to be tested. That'd be fine if that was it. That's not it. I would also have to pay for some location to quarantine myself for, I forget how many weeks. The point of the trip is to spend that specific day over there. Not 3 weeks from then. That very day must have been spent like moving around, not locked down in jail or a hotel or wherever the hell I was supposed to stay if I were to be infected. They don't specify where they're going to keep you. They just specify that you're going to pay for it. It could be a hotel. It could be a room. It could be somebody that you know. I doubt it. Very likely. Probably a hotel. Or jail. Would have caused a lot of problems. I have stories. Horror stories. Of what almost happened. Where I got everything in order. And then it turns out that the test results that I gathered were invalid. And according to me, because they were 25 or 26 hours before the flight. Why? because the flight that I had chosen was changed to a different one. And that one had 2 hours later in the day or something. Something like that. Meaning that the 24 hours that I had planned for now had to be 26 hours. So because of that, they were invalid. I needed to get new test results within like 2 days notice. So I went outside, and I walked and ran around town trying to find a site, any site, where I could be tested. And I found 2. I tested at both of them and had them deliver it by email or something. And then with that email, I would have to print it out or something. I did print it out just to be safe. Did everything I possibly could. The connecting airport, I don't speak their language at all. But everything turned out fine. It's been a part of the world I've never been before. No one in my family's ever been outside of this continent. Except for me. No one to call for help. And even if I could call for help, which I guess I could, but I mean no one to call for help because no one can help. What are they going to do? Like, fly over to me and like bring me home? How? No one can do that. If something were to happen where I would get stuck over there, that's it. I'm stuck, man. I gotta find my way home, learn the language, or get a job or something, because I'm on my own. No one's coming to rescue. Best they could do is send me money directly, and then I'll find a way to like survive on my own, temporarily at least. Let me take a good look at the map. Hmm. Interesting. I'll keep doing this. That looks almost there. Okay, careful. Line it up. Right smack in the middle. Here it is. Should be here. This is the widest ring that I have to do. Yep, connects perfectly. Alright, then I skip the bottom one, the top one, and I just work on this one then. Well, that's all I can do. Out of materials now. Alright, heading back down. See what I got so far. Not bad. Let's see what it looks like from the tunnels. Well, not the tunnels, the, what do you call them? The bridge thing. I remember one time on Instagram, one of the random, like, posts and stuff. What do you call it? There was some girl that was like, what's something? She's answering the question of what is something that you got good at in a long distance relationship. And then they cut to like the punchline, basically. Crying. I like it. Cool. Looks incomplete though. Nice. Alright. So this side is done. That side needs to work. Needs to be worked on. In fact, I think now I could probably start the mining thing. Either I go get more dark oak again, or I start mining. I'm already up here, so I might as well get more dark oak. Come back, work on that. But I can't work on the bottom layer. That's the next, like I made a ring here. This section here. I can't work on that part without stone. So I think I'll go mining. To do that, I'm going to need my crafting table with me. And put some of these saplings away and stuff. I wouldn't really benefit at all from returning to the village. Yeah, not really. And then, well, I guess I could. I could get rid of this acacia wood by working on the skyscrapers. So yeah, I'll go to the village. Prepare for mining. Right now I'm semi-prepared. If I get fully prepared, then I can do this. I could switch out the andesite and diorite in the chest with things in my inventory. And that should save a little bit of space. So I gotta figure out what to do with all of it though. And how deep I want the hole in the ground to be. 100 blocks should be enough. Maybe a bit excessive. But I think 100 blocks of height should be enough. I don't know what starting height I would be at though. If it's at like Y70, nah, it's probably like 65 or 60. No, 64 or 63 is the water level, if I remember correctly. Unless it's like 32 or something. It's one of those numbers. Right, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Remember, we've got low health and no food. Survival should be a priority. Right there. Spiders. Ooh, you're a threat. Okay. Didn't mean to hurt you, but came after me. Alright, all this string is actually somewhat useful. I have a bunch of it strung around. I could gather it and sell it to the, I think it's the fisherman or the Fletcher. One of those guys wants string. I could sell it off to them. There's some here. Anyway, let's get the diorite. Put in the birch. And here I'll put in the glowstone. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay. Let's work on the skyscrapers. I'm gonna need this here. I'm not sure what I need to make up there. Do I need to make stairs or do I need to make just regular planks? I should have brought the crafting table since I had the space for it. Alright, I'll go to the melons to get some food. Got some stone here. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it now. And I can make some more carbon footprint. More funny. Charcoal. More charcoal. Think about 24 pieces should do it. Might cut down the tree, but not all the way. Might not reach the stump. Let's see. Alright, just enough to not break the axe. That kinda scared me. Yeah, that's working, okay. I need to head back to the crafting table at the village. But I have been sort of in the mood recently to sit down and focus on like writing more stuff about these stories. Sort of advance them a little bit. Get some lore going. Just think about it. Just be thinking about them. Okay, do I need to make stairs? Probably in likelihood, yeah. I could take this with me, but I don't think so. It was at the village when I got here, so I'll just leave it there. I can always come back and use it if I do need it. Let's quickly make the way up using this to the top floor. Here we are. Yeah, I need walls here. Alright, see if I remember how this goes. There's obviously some in the corners here. And then this part had 3 there. And think like that. Was one door opening, okay. So it was like this. Also, is it just me or does the case here look like a different color now? Looks pink. Used to be like orange, like bright orange. Maybe I'm missing something. Thinking there's gonna be a room in here. In the room, there should probably be a solid wall. Like that. There's not really a need for a window here. Like, rooms don't have windows unless they're facing the outside. See, I could fill this in entirely. This part as well. Unless this particular room serves a different purpose, then I'm not sure. Alright, so this part should be filled in completely too. Yeah, I'll fill it in. I can always decorate it a bit more with like paintings or something. Usually houses have like things living in them. What I mean is that they have evidence of people living in them. there. I don't have any dark oak for the floors, but oh well. This part might be stairs. I should have kept that open. Alright, I've done everything I can do here without a crafting table. So I'll go on to the next building. See if I need to improve this. Oh boy, can I make that jump. Just go up here. Alright. So this looks like a tall enough building. I couldn't make it a floor taller, but I think I won't. Yeah, I'll just fill in the roof here. Make it all the same height. Oh, come on, I just disconnected this thing from the battery, from the charger. Now it's the battery low. It's telling me the battery's low. 10%. Okay, it's charging already. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If I go to Mexico, I'll stay like at my family's place and stuff. I don't think I'll be able to stream. Like I'd have to go somewhere that has internet. I can do that. But like, I'm gonna have to bring this computer and keep it plugged in and stuff because it's gonna die. And then I would only be able to stream stuff that is on the computer. So that means games from Steam. Or downloaded games, really. Right now, I'm streaming from my console. Can I use up all of this wood? Yeah, definitely. I can do that by making stairs out of it. Here goes. So that means I would have like a week of nothing but like Stardew videos or something. Stardew week. I don't think this is divisible by 6. I should really take the crafting table with me. I don't want to make too many stairs. If I make too many, I won't be able to get rid of them. You know, that's enough. Yeah, it's enough. Oh man, if I make too many stairs, I'm really in trouble. Should have saved it. Just to be safe. Okay. Replacing these. And I think it needs to be up here. I placed it everywhere except where I need it to be. Okay, remember that the bed is placed down already on the stairs, away from here. Alright, how do I get to it? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm alive. Staying alive. Okay, can use some spruce flooring for that too. Don't have any. Okay, stop moving around before looking. Look before you jump, before you move. I'm really nervous about it right now. Okay, that part over there. That little lake thing. It's an oasis. That looks really cool. It would be nice to build something over there. Like a waterfall or something. That is where I could put the city. It would make sense. Plus, it's kind of near the battlefield. Can make a village or a city there. What I should probably look into, or at least look up on Google, like images or something, is what the city looks like in desert environments, such as the Middle East, certain parts of India, certain parts of China. In fact, I don't think China does it. But whatever, other countries in the world. A lot of African places too. They're more sub-Saharan than like desert. My dad listens to a lot of Mexican propaganda. He knows very well it's propaganda. It's not very serious. But it is annoying. It's a lot of stuff like the current president is a good guy, which is true. But like, you gotta like also admit the stuff that needs improvement. Like, not everything is hunky-dory. But he refuses to do so. Apparently the guy can do no wrong. And also, why president? I don't know what president's actual job is, other than like they're in charge of the military, at least in America. I don't think they're in charge of anything else. Like, I guess they make decisions, but like, it's not like companies ask them for permission to do something. If anything, it's the other way around. Especially here. You got a company that like gives money to a politician, and then the politician can only do whatever the company says they can, because they own them now. So it doesn't seem to me like they're that important. And I told my dad sort of a criticism that it looks to me like the Mexican economy, the government, the country, I mean, the economy is trying to improve, but like by doing things that I don't like. Like they're investing, it's different than here. There's I think it's a company, a corporation or something, called PEMX. PEM short for like petroleum basically. And Mex just Mexican. So like they are a socialist, I guess, company that's owned by the government, hence owned by the people. I don't know if regular schmoes can receive checks or something in the mail or whatever if the company does well. But theoretically, people own a piece of that company. So when the company does well, they do well as well. stomach's really hurting. It's more nauseous than anything. It's not like in pain. That would be another thing. I could probably handle that. Just like huddle up in the ball. But when it's nausea, you really don't want to move. Because any movement is like amplified. Alright, I didn't really get rid of anything. I didn't get rid of the wood. So that was kind of a waste of time. Oh, it's been 2 hours. Okay. Okay, for mining now, I need, well, I need the pickaxe. That's about it, really. With this, I should be able to dig out 2 slots. I could get rid of this dark oak saplings and dig out some more. This might be useful. If anything, I could at least keep it. I don't really want to use it because it's a little too easy. Anything here that would be useful to me for mining? Not really, but I could burn these saplings. Just set the 64 here and keep the low amount. Alright, so I'll make some kelp and use up the saplings. So that takes up another slot. Okay. Kelp time. Should get 50, or not 50, 47 pieces from here. I just heard a very specific noise that is really freaking me out. I heard a muffled groan. Like, but muffled, as if through the wall or underwater. I have no explanation for that. The hell is going on around me? Okay, this should use up 47 times 2. That's more than 64. So I'm not going to have enough saplings to get all of this, which is fine. Thinking. I'm still at the same inventory space though. Okay. Can't do anything else. I could use up the dirt. I could use up this as well. I'll place down the bed. And, yeah. It's already at 54 saplings. I can fill it up with a few more. Yeah, I'll put down the bed and use up the stone I already have in my inventory. Alright. I should have checked how much this is. Okay, I need an even number here. 64. Go. I'm not hungry at all, so I'll just leave that in there. It has enough room to smelt and collect everything. That's fine. Okay, I'll use up this stone when I get back to the point of interest. I already have the bed with me and everything. I might need a couple more sticks. Yeah, I'll go chop a little bit. Just a little. Alright. Swing, swing, swing. Chop, chop, chop. Great. Head back. Should I have brought dark oak with me? Not really. I don't have saplings for it, and I don't have anything else for it. Time to go. I head over there, and I don't know if I'll go mining in this session. Maybe I'll end the stream and do it next time. Let me just finish the point. I mentioned that my dad watches this Mexican propaganda stuff. And there's Pemex, which is like a petroleum thing. They're investing in basically fossil fuels, like for refining gasoline or whatever, or petroleum, because they have a complex with America, with the US, because the US has been unfair and a bunch of things, and they have their feelings hurt, and they're righteous and America's not, or whatever. So like, they're obviously the devil, while they are awesome. So the problem is, I don't think they should be investing in fossil fuels for the reason that it's, one, not sustainable, but also you're also destroying the planet, especially Mexico, which has a pretty good amount of biodiversity. Yeah, don't do that. It's not worth it to destroy all that stuff for like more profit. Plus, normally I would be against doing that sort of thing for profit anyway. But when it comes to like large companies, they're not going to share the profit with you. They're going to keep it for themselves. Now it's slightly different over there because it's a socialist company, like socialist owned. So part of the people working there own the company. So they would receive some of it, some of the money, which is great. But like, it's still a bad idea. Like, it's still a losing game. You're just taking a longer time to lose. Right, this goes here. Just use this up. I'll start in the back, like I did before. Like, I think it would probably be a better idea for them to invest in renewables or create a new technology. They could be like the inventors that the world will give credit to forever of a new technology. Supposedly there's a myth, I don't know if it's real or not, where there was a type of car that ran on water, like seawater or something. I don't know if that's just like a misrepresentation of a hydrogen powered like car or something, or if it literally ran on water, like something like that. But the myth goes that some Mexican person invented it, and it was destroyed and bought out and like whatever, sent into the shadow realm by car companies in America that wanted to silence them. Because obviously that's what America is, a bully. And I've heard it over 1,000 times. I know America sucks, blah blah blah. Who knows if that story is even true, or what the actual details are. It's definitely possible, I guess. Just like a lot of things are possible. It could also be made up. It'd just be a really realistic made up story. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. The American people don't know. Randy Gonzalez doesn't know. Nobody knows. Alright, this is a perfect spot. So, right smack here, at Y75. Alright, and over there is desert. Might have to watch out for that. Here's where I'll be digging. Ooh, I gotta sit back up now. Okay, there goes the wrist. Snap, crackle, and pop. Back into position. Oh boy. 4:32 a.m. Oh boy. Should I go running? I'd rather take a nap, honestly. Oh yeah, the stuff that motivates me to run is because I listen to. Well, I downloaded the frickin' one of the Marines' cadences. It's like the song they play or they sing while they're running. I'm like, all right, first of all, running is hard enough. You want me to sing at you? What's next? You want me to play the saxophone while running too? Like that one guy in that video? No. But it is motivating, I guess. It keeps you going at a certain pace, at least. Alright. Let's hope that I don't run into something stupid while doing this. Always bring water before you go in. It's not really a source of water. That's a source of water. Mysterious water. But still water. Get that piece of dirt back. There we go. What is this? Cave system. This might be bad. If I run into a cave system while digging down, it's not the worst thing. In fact, it's a little beneficial. A little bit. It's a lot of area that I don't have to mine out. Alright, I'll collect it. Raw rabbit. Disgusting. But don't let anything go to waste. Alright. Here goes. Alright, my Y57. I started out at 75. The least I could do is go down to like 30. Take another break. 44. 44, ladies, that's me. Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts. It's a reference to a Geico commercial. Alright, I'm at Y30 now. Everything looks clear to me. I'll keep going since I know the coordinates. 3, 4, 5. I should be at Y25. 1. Oh, crap. Scared the crap out of me. Okay. Y30 it is. 23. Keep going. Y20. I went down at 20 to 75. It's 45. I went 45 down? No. 55. Yeah, if I went down 50 blocks, I would be at 25. I'm at 20, so I went down 55 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is no 0. You idiot. 0. It doesn't go into negatives. Of course it doesn't go into negatives. Why was I thinking y goes into negatives? Alright, so I should stop. Where exactly? Damn, what's the name of this thing again? Granite. That's what it's called. Alright, whatever. So I should stop at y25 then. Or 30. So right down there is where I got stuck. So y30 it is. So here's where I'm going to stop. Should be far enough away from everything. And that means I would have moved down 45 blocks. I think that's right. Nothing I should be worried about over here either. Alright, I can do that next time. I should probably like write it down or something. I'll remember it. It's Y30. Yeah. Sure, I'll remember that. Hopefully. I'm not writing down any of these things. I'm not taking notes on any of the games I play. I haven't written down a damn thing. It kind of shows, I think. Like if you were to take a playlist of each game and like in consecutive order of which ones I made, there's probably going to be some inconsistencies. Bees. Like in the Farming Simulator one especially. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Like what the last thing I was doing was. But I've played it enough that I can figure it out. Anyway, I think I'll end the stream here. I don't know if I'm going to play another game or if I'll just kind of hang out and wait like an hour or something. See if I go to the park or not. Maybe I can nap or take care of my stomach, go to the bathroom or drink some water. I don't know. We'll see. Let me check YouTube. I could probably play a game that's off stream. Like just record it. I could probably hook up Paper Mario or Stardew again. Okay. I'll be back eventually.